TEC versus Nova. TEC, basically, if they drop 3 rounds, they're done for playoffs. Nova, they still need to win, and they need to win 2-0. So this map is an important pickup for them. And like TEC's chances of making playoffs, like for the players right now, is going to feel pretty much done. So winning the series for groups is still super important. That's one of the positives from the changes that Riot have made this year, is that group games do matter still. But that's like now 2 chances, 2 rounds. Because they're minus 27 differential now, they need to get up to minus 3. So they're at minus 28 now. I've never played DRG before. No. Wait. No, they have. It was the first game that they played. They played at kickoff, sorry. Does China have a tier 2? It does, but it is very different to how other tier 2s work around the world. It's very... It's not confusing, there's just a lot of it. So tap one way to try and go up to here. They've opened the door to see if anybody's like pushing in B. One is in a good position. Olingo is also playing like high-low, I think, yeah. One more round. I think it's like if they lose one more round, they can't make playoffs. So it's 29 now. Yeah, they can't lose one more round. You have to win 26 rounds in a row for them to make it. And even then, it's them making it, but they have to win a best of 1 against all gamers. Yeah. It's not champs points that they're playing for, it's like group standings. Like, yeah, you get champs points for winning a series in groups, but it's basically done off your, like... Because at the end of stage 2, everybody would have played each other, so it's almost like you're adding both the groups together. Top 6 of those teams who have won the most in groups go to stage 2 playoffs. Even then, it's all gamers playing up against Trace in playoffs first, so... Christ. We seen Trace play up against all gamers? We have not. They were in different groups. Hey, behave. Yeah, the fact that you've got like champs points and then like series wins in groups, both equaling different things, it gets very confusing. Who even thought of this format? I think... I'm not trying to be contrarian. All right, is this done? Is this it? Are we getting like we need to clap for all gamers for making playoffs when it happens? Oh, congratulations all gamers for making playoffs. And commiserations to TEC. But I think the right team made it. Personally. My team top 6, my team, yeah. I mean, I think all gamers are definitely above the like mid to bottom pack. It's just their own mental that they struggle with. So yeah, TEC now. TEC could be right bastards with this and try to win this map because it stops Nova from qualifying for playoffs. Because Nova need to win 2-0 to get it over Bilibili, which would be crazy. 但是怎么样去打进去这一波呢？我们可以看到 AB 连这一侧 Nova 是有3个防守队员在这里的。He been in front. He was just trying to be like a target for somebody to trade off, but they got the timing wrong. I don't think they necessarily knew where he was either, but I could be wrong. Right, pretty much an eco then. Marshall, Bulldog. I guess we're hoping for this series to be done fairly quickly so we can get to EDG versus Trace. Because at this rate, we might be able to actually like catch a good portion of it. Per TEC, yeah, I mean, thinking about it, like who did TEC lose to that was a problem? I think they lost to DRG, which, fair enough, they made playoffs. They beat Tyloo. What else? Who did TEC beat? They beat Wolves in the first week. They lost to DRG. They lost to Edward Gaming. And then that must have meant that they beat Billy, and they did, yeah.
有去给很多动力吸引到了对面的一个转点，但第二波的决策 ，Nova 其实是更快的。4-0的一个开局，体坛只能选择把自己的常规时间的。
Like EDG's group is just so free at the moment.
他们应该是6杠2的时候，叫的比较晚，是的。对，但是那个时候其实
because you've got BLG that have like slightly disappointed. DRG have looked like all right, but still like just above the pack. You got Wolves that definitely felt like they're disappointed, and then because Wolves could have made playoffs instead of BLG or Nova, then you've got Nova, which, you know, like they lost to Tyloo, Wolves lost to TEC and JDG, BLG lost to, who did they lose to? They've lost to like All Gamers, they've lost to Trace and FPX, and then DRG they lost to Tyloo. Stage 2 is going to be really interesting with just how these groups have like come together. But Nova feel like they're playing this a lot better. Just Killjoy, Viper stuff after a TEC timeout. Hell, at this point it's stuck when they had Peter Crouch. Yeah, just brute forcing themselves. I think that's a very good analogy, actually. Those were the days. The Tony Pulis era. Alright, so wall's going through. Secret's about to be broken. Abo's at least watching it. Showstopper too for Swell. So I think it's going to be like... If they're breaking it, Showstopper. Oh man, he just catches Abo by surprise with the satchel in. I mean, I don't blame him. Doesn't mind being hit because he has the nades. Gets him on the other side. Really nicely done from Swell. It was incredibly boring football. Can't always be, you know, mechanically gifted stuff. Sometimes you have to get a little bit scrappy. Wacom did well to get a couple there too. Is Obi-Wan back again? Not necessarily this map, but he had some good moments on Split. I think when you win that hard, especially on attack, naturally you're going to have like quite low stats because everybody else is just getting all of the kills. I mean, Swell is just fucking about at this point now, just satchel peeking off everything. Oh, bad time to go for reload. Just, like, you still need to be winning this, Nova. Even though TEC's job's done for, like, playoffs, they can't make it anymore. You still need to win this map, so don't go piss-arsing about for the sake of it. Where was this Nova the entire split? I mean, I think this is more TEC looking bad than anything. But it's also like incorporating... He really doesn't think that he's going to come behind him, does he?
说实话有点保守了，他有点看不到。
Now he's a bit more
我觉得
aware.
最难受的是这波捡枪，他是走对手的重生点捡的，所以很有可能。
You've planted for CT, but you're not playing CT.
两个人离得好近，但两个人好像都不是特别确定人的位置。我往这个地方给了一个黑杖，直接选择D一下，先找人。水下会漏吗？没有从水下走，另一侧进来了。
There he is.
现在知道对手的一个位置了，直接再给了一个黑以后，烟讨厌。
He's just sticking it. It's because of the second smoke. Big brain, very big brain. Just putting his second smoke down in an aggressive position just makes Lochem think that he's going to try and push through it.
因为现在这个局面，如果你要强行进2个烟里边去找人的话，你的枪位是绝对的劣势，他只能赌对面不敢挣拆。
Very big brain.
拿捏对手的心理，拿捏的很准啊。对他烟套烟会让。Lochem 这里压力非常的大，他不敢去穿越2个烟找人。没错，而且我觉得只打到这个残局 ，RB 玩焰火打开了局面，已经是很不容易的创造出来了这个1打1的局面。但很可惜，在位置的选择以及跟对手
just knows where he is roughly. He smoked the spike recently, so he doesn't really need to resmoke it again. So he just does a smoke deeper, which means that Lochem can't really push through it because it just gives you the impression that he's tapped the defuse and he's playing in that second smoke to like get up in your face. But he ends up just sticking it. Lockdown before the spike is planted. Lochem is still going to plant the spike anyway. Guana's gone down. Lockdown is still going to go through. They can't break it. Guai's going to go detained there. And Lochem does too. There's just one that got detained. Lochem, I guess, was just trying to trade off his teammate, but couldn't. He's sticking it again. Oh no, he's not. Oh my god, 2 rounds in a row. They're just Obi-Wan is just playing the mind games. Literal Jedi mind tricks from Obi-Wan. Good god. 2 rounds in a row that he's pulled shit like that.
全面封锁，一旦摄像一看，配合上 B 点石门处这个旋转门的开启啊，所有人的位置都是一览无余。对，主要是他虽然只关了一个人，但是他把
Oh my god, Obi-Wan actually demolishes him there too.
光在释放这个全面封锁
And AC knew that he was going to potentially stick it, so he can't do anything else. Good for them to get half. I genuinely thought Obi-Wan was going to stick it again, to be fair.
H 的争夺。 但开局阿波拿到了一个关键的首杀。柴雷飞现在这个位置，所有有点难受，想破一梭子。
All right, AC getting a couple. It's just over fighting from Nova, I guess.
想要去硬磕一波 A 啊，但是这一波的道具部署体坛是
Don't get a kill. The only thing that they really do is damage to AC.
给了非常多的技能。没错。那这样开局拿下4个击杀，只剩下光远处赶来的一个1打5，他肯定是想要去操作的，因为手上经济是比较够的，想要去对面的。
Yeah, good off angle for AC to be on 2. Finally get on the board. Just too little, too late.
A 点的争夺我觉得打的稍微有点太简单。
All games is confirmed for playoffs, yeah.
Nova 来讲是，他们在抢碎石的时候，我觉得整体技能的铺设其实，衔接的不是特别的完美。而我觉得 AC 的一个处理，其实是非常干的。他是强行拉了独木出去找的人，也是打的对面有点没有想到吧。7比1的一个比分，对于。 比分对于体坛来讲还是有非常大的一个压力在身上。
Nova timeout. You've just lost 1 round. I guess again, like it's good for the coaches to be like, hey guys, like I know we're doing really well, but if we want to make playoffs, we have to win this map, and we're attacking. Sorry, we're not attacking first. So it's like let's just keep this up. Don't give them a way back in by just playing like morons, you know? Which I think is very valid.
这会有一些新的 改变吧，给到体坛有更多要去猜对面想法的压力，非常有压迫感的一个暂停啊！大家要看一下这个暂停之后
，just using this as a chance to look at what's going on with
那刚刚也说到了，会给体坛一定的调整空间。
Oh, Genji and DRX has just started.
拉开局分，把分数去拉开，自己在进攻方会有更多的一个选择。
Paper X beat T1 13-3 on Lotus and 13-5 on Sunset. Jesus. Absolutely demolished them.
是。看一下 Nova 这里，其实
Yeah, that Lotus combo is working wonders for Paper X.
看到确实是输了1分之后，经济就很难受了。对，但是玩焰火应该是所有的第2轮了，是来的有点快啊。所有的玩焰火是 RB 也只差1点。
Nova to playoffs, it's looking like it. If they can keep this up. To be fair, I think for Billy, they kind of fucked it up for themselves.
就我 A 和 C 我只能会给你一边，这个其实是现在进攻方和防守方在这张地图里面会形成的比较默契的一个地方。对 ，C 点做了。
Like losing to TEC especially.
其实是进攻方可以控的，但你在 A 过碎石区这块的时候可能会比较受威胁。嗯，特别是石门区。
And who did Nova lose to last week? Put him in a bit of a pickle.
很快的一个出枪直接打掉了。
They lost to Tyloo, and then they lost to All Gamers, didn't they? And like probably should have beat All Gamers, to be fair. But they had to play with Panghang, which I assume was like illness. Oh, Swell's just baited perfectly for a free K. I mean, it was definitely very sloppy still. Got 5 bullets, needs to reload. Has some support at least from Guan now. There's a showstopper. Seeing where the Viper is. Hits Abo dead on. Ace. Yeah, nicely done, Swell. Really good round. Man has been one of the best signings like of China at this stage for sure.
整个队伍去商量出来的结果。对 ，Swell 只是真的是受益的那一个人，让我们看到的是 Nova 是
really good ult here though. Feels like it hits Abba straight on.
找到对手的时候就能够去打出很好的一个效果。而且我觉得这份也要感谢一下 OB1 的牺牲吧。对，他这个点其实完全是把自己给卖了，给 Swell 创造。
Never knew what they were doing with the RNG core. Yeah, I mean, if you get like OB1, depending on how he plays, but you might want to try out people like Xiao.
对于体坛来讲，这一轮的机遇好像没有抓住机会。啊，还好。
Or you could put Olingo on controller and then like bring in Hatu.
这份是很有机会的。直接打掉 RB。哇 ，RB 上来就倒，完烟火也是没有机会。
Hatu is also in Nova, right? Is it Hatu or Hatu? Yeah, he just got an ace. I don't think they are. But I don't know where they are otherwise. I feel like I've seen them playing in Tier 2, but I can't remember.
做一些动作，抓掉了光，那好像 C 点有机会可以进。这个 C 区小队是
4 versus 2。
防守方的离魂来的也很快，所以现在他们只能往前走，因为离魂很有可能是来自于身后的。脚步给的非常多 ，AC 应该听到了。
Nice fight from AC. AC's been better today, to be honest.
到了黑障之中，两个人安置完爆动器以后，人在往后退，接下来是一个2打3的。
Looks like no more RB versus DRX.
他还有黑，他还有剑影，不是没有操作的空间。
Depends if DRX make it too, to be fair.
接下来是1打1，6发子弹，6颗子弹，他前沿瞄的右边，再往左边拉回。AC 这回合
Nice round from AC though.
极限的这样的一个局面，帮队伍去挽回了，这可以说是一个2打5了。没错，而且这波我觉得最漂亮的是两个人在残局位置的选择，拉了一个。
Yeah, this series now is just kind of like a.
对，是让对面3个人往外走的时候，两
边。8-2 scoreline. Things are looking very good.
A 点的防守上面 ，OB1 这波配合队友的独木是达到了很好的效果的，很可惜光的一个站位。 因为太想去阻拦对手的近点了，
Just good positioning as well, like just cheeky positions to play. 4 ultimate stove for TEC and a natural eco for Nova. That's how close some of these rounds have been getting. Showstopper coming in. This is not a great ultimate from RB. Like pathing felt a little bit like sluggish. I think he did it too early as well. They're doing it here. Easy read from Nova. Interesting nade. I don't know if it was meant to go there or not. One goes down. CB's flanked all the way around. Paranoia's come through. Swell's managed to get past as well. Alright, I want to see Swell's POV of that if we can get it, because I don't know how he managed to get through onto this box from door without being Omen flashed.
这个绕后以及旋转门做了很多的部署啊，但枪械差距确实有点大。放到这种拉开距离来对上之后是比较吃亏的。那对于 Nova 来说可以接受。
They've all got the fucking sleeves on.
和换掉对手的一个晚焰火，自己在总体比分上面有优势的情况下是可以接受的。下个回合去打自己的长枪。但问题来了。 现在其实对于体坛来说是他们第一。
Yeah, he actually just managed to like bounce up like this.
所以上半场最后一分
crazy movement.
见得有很多优势啊。第2轮冲得好的这个技能也是来了。
All right, you got some big ultimates yourself. I guess they could because it's last round now. All right, they're just trying to fight head to head against Swirl and Nova. There's another 2. Good shot from Kwai actually whilst he's in the air. Nightfall used either side. You've still got the Killjoy and the Viper over towards mid. Omen's TP'd behind them because they're silenced, actually. They really don't think that the Omen's TP'd behind them. Now they might. And they do. Obi-Wan clears up. He's 12 and 6. 9-3 half again.
是上半场打完又是一个9-3的分数。哇，这个回合其实是有终极技能数量上的优势的，但是顶到了 C 点的前点。而且
Man, Swirl is just demolishing.
是在对面先退叶灵的情况下 ，Swirl 反身的一个玩焰火反转了局势。确实，我觉得这个。 因为近点是有一个单向烟的
Nice shot from Obi too.
是借助单向烟的掩护出来。
I wish we could see scoreboards whilst this is going on.
轰炸到脸上了。
Like whilst it's half time.
在这个位置，你一定程度还等于掩护了一下对手飞出来的一个位置，你不好判断。没错。烟的哪一侧？而我觉得诺瓦这波 C 区的前顶也正好是抓到了体坛的命脉啊。9比3，又是这样的一个大比分落差带到下半场。是非常大的一个比分的情况了，但。 这张地图还是
He was so confused. He was like, "Why did you just do that?"
进攻优劣势，但是问题是体坛是在进攻边只拿了3分，只能说对于体坛来说，他们可能更加希望的是
doing it to each other.
在防守的时候有更多的能够去。
Honestly, every other region needs to be doing stuff like this.
在赛前数据的时候有看到体坛在这张图的一个防守胜率还是不错
Like
的。
we just need more audience cams anyway.
60%左右吧，希望他们也是能够在中场的时间好好去调整一下自己的状态。
I think they're just scared of doing it in the West because you don't know what people are going to say or do. Whereas like in China and Korea, they're mostly going to hide under their like signs. You know, like this, right?
诺瓦在这张地图今天之前都是未尝一胜的，能今天做出这样大的一个改变，诺瓦我们看得到他们的一个进步了。对，特别是我觉得从 Sword 来到队伍之中。 他们整体不光是战术的一个扩充，加上可能，其实，在上一场赛后这个云，我就有明显感觉到他们对于新队员的一个融入接纳度是非常好的。对的，双语的一个沟通也没有对他们形成很多的障碍。是，目前体坛已经是来到了3-9的魔咒，也是3-9的劣势。
If I'm like just a little bit quiet and a little bit chill, I mean, I'm gonna be full on until about for another 9 hours. So especially when you have a map like this, not too much to go off, is there really? 力量，阿博一个人已经摸出来了，他自己是没有任何位移的，已经有人贴到近点了，所有的位置已经被阿博给对掉了，阿博还是被 CB 后续补枪给补到了，没有造成更多的血量上的损失了，但是进攻打掉了，等于说进攻方的决斗位啊，第2波的近点是只能腿进去了，而且前面还有纳米蜂群在，可以稍微拖一拖。Yeah, Nova B93 on the defensive side is pretty good going. 对，自己的决斗者已经倒了，没有人能够。And attack pistol feels like it would just put it to bed, but we've already had a couple of trades. Abo's gone down. So Viper wall towards A isn't really a thing anymore. So I do like the decision of Nova to be like, hey, we got the Viper. We might be able to get space elsewhere. But you don't have an entry. And I don't know if secret is broken. I would assume not. Paranoia into secret to go across. Haunt to go up into heaven. Alarm bot here. Secret was open. And they got 2 people playing off of it. Olingo playing here, I don't mind because he doesn't have any more utility. Obi-Wan's playing off of it. We got some contact here, but Guan's fighting and gets 2 of them. Olingo gets hit by the Paranoia, but he's playing close enough that he clears it. Really nice pistol. Every little decision that they made, you could see the reasoning behind it. Viper goes down, means that they have a bit more space to work with on A/B. They don't have a duelist, so they go B because it's easier to get actually out of A main and stuff. Really important trader came in as well here from CB. Good fights from Guan. 感觉体坛是没有商量的特别好的，卡哇伊就在阿博的身后，但他没有选择出来补枪，反而是留了阿博一个人在原地去跟对面多人去拼枪。虽然结果1换1还行，但是我觉得从整体角色来看，明显是没有商量好。Abi just trying to bring out his inner Kung Kung with the shaking of the mouse, and then as soon as he peeks, he's just demolished. 自己拉出来以后，接触了第2时间的 unlucky.
那这一分可以看一下 Nova 的起枪啊，1把撩拳，2把
I'm coming in all the way around.
长途换影
You got a turret that's about to find contact. What's going to be the decision once it comes in?
高强度的起枪。
It's also depending on whether Guan goes a bit too far out here. I don't think it'll matter. Yeah, now he knows that they're behind. Turret's been broken.
能够去对枪的机会。只剩绕后的卡哇伊了，位置也被
Bowling ball of a Raze nade 2. All right.
又是连换血都很难啊，好像只
I'm RB. Oh, nope, never mind. Yeah. I mean, he's just not been anywhere close to the same form that he was when he like first joined China. I mean, I feel like at least I called that, you know? Like, whilst RB did start off by smurfing in China, I did feel like it was going to be a bit, like, short-lived.
配枪是能够去跟对手扳手腕的，就看这一分了。如果这个长枪分再成功拿下的话 ，Nova。
But like, even though Nova might not be the best shot for something like playoffs or champs, you got to admit that like the coach behind this team is cooking up some crazy good stuff. I really like watching this team.
一波快踢，对面显然没有预料到，没有任何的人员在做必须的防守，石门还没开。
And it's nice to see them play like a very meta comp, but to play it very nice. Nova 3rd seed for Shanghai. Is that something you've been sitting on? Is that your like hot take for the moment? But the team is just very like it's just a cerebral team. You're just a DRG doubter. You have a 3rd seed for Shanghai. Are you like a Trace doubter as well?
还能扛一枪，Obi-Wan 还能扛一枪。AC 算时间低到了一半，再起身，再低，时间不太够了，必须得出了，没踩错位置，看到了。
Obi-Wan is winning every clutch.
他又拿下了一个残局，哇，已经是这张地图。
And it's like he's going to be happy to see who qualified, like for playoffs and stuff.
而且这个残局也是拿。
It's very winnable. Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's very winnable.
12比3，没有任何的容错了。是。
I mean, are they going to run into each other is the question. Because you're going to have... So you're saying that Nova beat DRG, which I also think could happen. And then, so you've got All Gamers versus Trace. Trace would win that, so that's Trace versus the top seed from which group? And then this would be Nova. So would this be Nova versus FPX? And then this would be Trace versus EDG again. So, yeah, I mean, what? So, like, Trace versus Nova is like the 3rd. Oh my god, Kawaii. Nova's like the only middle pack team he's praised. I mean, there's not much praise coming in from many of the teams. I do think like Nova losing to Tyloo, especially the way that they did, like hit their stonks a lot. At least for me, they did.
时势造英雄，但是现在
Yeah, playoffs will be really fun. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week, isn't it? There's nothing. Wait, is there EMEA happening? EMEA and America happening on the same days. Do I need to ask Sliggy if he's doing any of China playoffs?
拉出来想要抓卡位的 timing， 第二时间还是选择先退到了瀑布，随时准备自己的全面封锁。
Oh, so it's the other way around.
全面封锁已经是准备就绪。进攻方的叶灵已经给了出来，阿婆还选择在点内去应对，对掉了一个，但是自己的身位拉出来一顿。
Nova beating All Game. Like, if we have Nova versus All Gamers as a Shanghai qualifying game, I need to get one of those fucking 50-50 jerseys, I swear.
两个都被捆了，那应该早了。爆能器落在 C 区。他好像不确定这个人有没有被捆。
Does he know that he's there? I mean, it gets him in the end. Even they even sees him. They've suppressed him, and they're still not sure. Is BLG out? If not yet, if Nova have to win this map. Obi-Wan has his ultimate.
有离魂了，那现在赶到 A 区捡个包，再下个爆能器，对于体坛来说，这波
Are they gonna? I mean, there's 3 of the players alive. They could stand on the spike to stop it. but they're just a little bit behind. Man has been clutching like crazy today, so. He doesn't expect Abby to run all the way around. Can't win them all. They patched a 3-person block. No, I'm pretty sure we still see teams do it. I don't think they have, but I don't know. Because I initially thought that they did, but then I still see people do it.
但这分打的其实还是比较的极限啊，特别是阿博倒了之后，其实重生点这一侧是放空了。如果对面想转的话，完全可以走对手的重生点去往 A 区发展的。
I'm pretty sure
三人组的一个绕后来的时机也是。
After this map, we should know playoffs positions. BBL apparently didn't know about the gecko bug. You mean, wait, which gecko bug? You mean koi? You mean the bind one? I mean, they should have known that one because it's like one of the first ones that shows up in the bug book.
体坛自己还是留有一个暂停在的，但是 Nova 自己前面的一个战术的部署，其实我们有看到是非常有心得、有经验的。是，而且在每波叫完暂停之后 ，Nova 他们都会有一些站位或者战术上的调整，不太确定。
I can't distinguish the MEA teams. Yeah, if you're on about the bind bug, then yeah, that was koi. And like, I can understand Shadow not knowing about it because he's just started playing Gecko. But I don't think that's a valid excuse, personally. Like, you got to do your due diligence with stuff like that. It's not necessarily just Shadow's fault. But I also don't agree with how Riot punished them. Like, retroactively. Instead, you know, like, wait until the next map and take a timeout from them then. Instead of like almost waiting for them to take a timeout and then tell them, oh yeah, by the way, that's your last timeout. If you still need to check it, stop the game at halftime. Swell 1 versus 2. Alright. And these guys, instead of playing together, are splitting up. Like, this could be a disaster. Like, Kwai just might get fucked here if he's not careful. Might get timing of the sentry here. Yeah, he does. Some of these brutal fights, man.
但这波大混战其实也会导致体坛掉的枪比较多，反而是对于 Nova 来讲，他们是一个存钱分，就再怎么拼枪，我全掉了我也不亏。很少见到这么夸张的大乱斗，乱成了一锅粥，而且没有特别多的技，实际上没有特别多的技。其实我觉得最离谱
，Swell is just 500 actions a minute, I swear. It's 23 and 13. Obi-Wan is 18 and 9.
秒的把队友给炸开了，然后其实也。 你别说，也影响到体坛这边强线，他们也没架住，这人弹开了一下。
I think this team like TEC just look worse when Abo isn't duelist. Oh my God, Swirl! Jesus Christ, this guy is going nuclear. Abby's still alive. Never mind, Abby is dead. 1 versus 4. CB's pushing their spawn. Wanted, where are they going? Snake bite over in waterfall. That was a crazy execute. Like, compare Swirl's execute there with their utility versus what RB was doing on attack. And a nice high-low. Welcome Nova to playoffs. Billy lose out. But that's on them more than anything. BLG weren't as good as they could have been or should have been and missed out. The team that most people touted to be the worst in the region for China to be the new DFM have made playoffs. Nova and not Vitality, not at all. Wolves, I think, sort of fit the Vitality bill a bit more. Yeah, TEC, they would have known that they would have not got playoffs sort of partly into that series. But it's also a little bit problematic for qualifying for Stage 2 playoffs. For Nova, they kind of saved their season with this win too. And like a dominant performance like that, they're up against DRG who, yeah, losing to Tyloo. The two teams that lost to Tyloo and EDG are the ones that made playoffs. That shouldn't be allowed. Just have the feeling that TEC didn't improve much as the other teams. Yeah, I think they started to do the role swaps and stuff like that way too late. I don't know. It just seemed a pretty, like, bland team for me. Yeah, I mean, like, they've built themselves up really nicely. We were saying, like, if you make a roster move, maybe you get rid of Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan was amazing today. Like, everybody was firing. The only problem, I think, with this team, realistically, is, like, Guan looks very quiet when he's playing Sentinel in comparison to when he plays Duelist. Like, it's not like Del B that's still amazing on Sentinel, despite the fact that he's mostly known as a Duelist player, or at least, like, in China was playing a lot of Duelist more recently. But yeah, Nova have made it, TEC didn't. All Gamers, Nova, DRG, Trace, FPX, EDG are the top 6 teams for Stage 1 playoffs. And 3 of those will be making Shanghai, so very exciting. Great for All Gamers. Like, All Gamers and Nova, I think we considered, like, the 2 worst teams at the start of the year, and they're the 2 that have made playoffs. So, yeah. See how it ultimately goes.